Hey my lovelies, it's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do this Wednesday's Facebook card reveals for you all. So, if you were drawn to card number 1, we're going into the energy of the Magician. I particularly like this pictation of the Magician card. This is pretty cool. So the Magician, you are the master. You are in control of your own destiny. And now more than ever before, this is a really important time for you to believe in yourself. I think it's very hard for a lot of us at the moment because I think a lot of us are feeling the intrusion, the overwhelmment of life, really. And the Magician is breaking free from that falsehood. It's breaking free from that matrix system. It's not feeling suppressed. It's not feeling like we're going to give up or buckle under the demands or the pressure. The Magician is like very much go your own way. There's that sort of Fleetwood Mac song, isn't there? You can go your own way. And this is what the Magician is about. Literally going your own way, doing your own thing. You've got everything available within your spiritual toolbox to be fabulous. So all of these different suits, the cup, the pentacle, the wand, somewhere there'll be a sword. I can't quite see the sword here, but there is a sword somewhere. Well, there's a lightning rod, so maybe that's the sword. You know, you've got everything that you need to sort of not just exist, but to survive. So the Magician is tapping and accessing a very unique, very rare magic. And what will make it fabulous, what will make it successful, what will make it work and happen is the fact that it's like you giving yourself permission and sort of acceptance to have the experience. So it's not necessarily something that someone is going to be able to give you or anything like that. It's almost this recognition and there's this realization of like, if I want this, I'm actually going to go after it. I'm going to sort of manifest. I'm going to create this. The Magician has the wand. He has magic within his fingertips and he can literally create a physical existence around him. So the Magician is basically wanting you to really believe in your magic. I think it's really hard for a lot of us at the moment because we can be magical and we can sort of be this and that, but you know, the energy at the moment is so mucky, it's so dense, and it's like it's hard sometimes to invest in the magic that you've got. I've even been feeling the pinch lately. I've even been feeling like, oh my God, shall I just retire? I've been very, very close a couple of times this year already to just hanging up my witch's hat and sort of just walking away from all of it. And it's not because I don't not love the connection with spirit or tarot or any of the disciplines. It's just because being self-employed, doing this work in a full-time manner, it's hard. It is really hard. It's not for the faint-hearted. But the Magician can go the distance. So you can have those wobbles, you can have those setbacks, you can feel very, you know, unsure about things, but keep going, because what else would you be doing, really? You know, if you give away your power, if you give away your magic, you'll just be compromising in something that you're not aligned to, that you feel miserable in. So the Magician sometimes is a bit screwed because we've kind of got no choice but to believe and to invest in ourselves. What other choice really is there? So be brave enough, go the distance, go into places that a lot of people would perhaps buckle under the pressure or the demands of reaching. Be fabulous and live your best life and do it on your terms. The Magician is quite unapologetic. The Magician is very independent. They don't question why they're doing what they're doing. They know the reasons as to why they're doing what they're doing. And yeah, make it happen. Bring your own magic to life, because the world needs more creatives. It needs more healers and people that just want to work from that heart energy, because that ripple effect can happen and it can really start to sort of almost spill into that mass energy. You know, we're in a very dark point in the world at the moment, and light workers, your light is needed, your light matters. You might not feel always like it's very powerful, and you might sort of feel like there are a lot more people around you that are worth more, but actually you matter. You do matter, and your magic is just as important as anybody else's. So the Magician is a very unique, rare, independent magic that not everybody will have access to. But if you've been drawn to this card, time to believe and you will receive. Now then, I'm sorry if you can hear any noise. His lordship's just literally down by my foot there. I don't know if you can just about see him. Probably not. I don't know if I can get the camera in full focus. No, he keeps moving. So, sorry, a complete scatterbrain moment there. So, as we're going into card number 2, we're going into the energy of the Emperor. It's interesting, each card this week is from the major arcana, so major things are happening, major things are going on. The Emperor is the father figure of the tarot, is also the natural born leader, and sometimes is that parental figure, has to make choices, has to make decisions that sometimes people don't like or don't accept or don't agree with, but there's always a higher reason, there's always a higher consciousness. They know why they're making the decisions that they're having to make. So if you've been drawn to the Emperor, perhaps you're being put into situations that maybe are a little bit uncomfortable, or they maybe are a little bit unpleasant, and you're really having to think quite quickly, you're having to think quite fast. The Emperor has kind of a kingdom to rule. They don't have time to sort of wallow or to think for too long in stuff. They have to make quick choices, quick decisions, and they have to feel very committed and at peace and in an alignment of truth with what they're actually kind of putting out to the world. So this is a time to really step up. It's time to really invest. It's time to believe in yourself. Other people may question your motives, your actions, your choices. Other people may not get or understand the reasons why you're doing something. But the Emperor is not wanting to follow the flock. They're wanting to expand. They're wanting to be that natural born leader, not because they're wanting to be bossy and dictatey, because they know that they can guide the way forward, they can see the way forward. So tapping into that wise owl sort of energy and doing what's required, doing what needs to be done, even if it feels a little bit unpleasant, even if it feels a little bit uncomfortable, the Emperor has to make the choices that they have to make to get the results they want to get, essentially. So this is kind of you leading from the front, ruling with your head, and investing. Again, it's a type of investment, whereas the Magician is very magical investment. This is very sort of grounded. This is practical, everyday today, head logical sort of investment. What have I got to do to get the sort of way of the land, really? What choices, what actions are going to sort of work to my advantage and keep my life comfortable and in a positive space? So whatever you've got to do it. You know, people might not like it, people might huff and puff, but at the end of the day, you know why you're doing what you're doing. And that's the Emperor. They have to value themselves. They have to put themselves first. And finally, if you've been drawn to card number 3, we're going into the energies of the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a very powerful time to listen to your intuition. It could be a very powerful time where you are unplugging from the Matrix. The Matrix is really being exposed and really being seen for what it is at the moment. The High Priestess is about healing, spiritual enlightenment, a higher consciousness, a higher purpose. What am I really here to do? What am I really here to be part of? And it's awakening from that sleep, from that slumber. So, you know, often this is like a spiritual awakening. So maybe you've been getting some very intense dreams, deja vus, psychic or intuitive downloads. Maybe you've been really feeling kind of your mediumistic ability coming in. Perhaps you've been feeling a direct connection from spirit at the moment. Maybe you're tapping into some sort of like healing course or another type of workshop. Maybe there's a witchy side that's being awoken within you. But the High Priestess is about really honoring your truth, really honoring the magic that resides within you. But it's a little bit similar to the Magician, but it's like there's this deeper sort of sense of almost spiritual aspect, spiritual connection, higher consciousness. What am I really here to do? Why have I come back into the world at this point in time? What's my message? What's my journey beyond the physical stuff? So you could be really tapping into that at the moment. And the High Priestess, if you have magic, if you have this connection to the divine, which we all do, and if that's coming in for you, own it, explore it, see where it takes you, because it could be a beautiful journey. But it's time to awaken from that sort of muggle slumber that maybe you've been in. So an interesting set of cards. I hope you can make sense of their messages. I'm going to leave their love with you. Keep shining bright. Just want to say a couple of shouts on Sunday, I'm over in Frome at Carpe Nocem. That is now fully booked. So thank you very much if you've secured your space to come and see me there. I know a few people have been asking where else can they book private readings. At the moment, I'm in a little bit of a limbo stage of where I'm sort of putting events onto, just because I'm shortly going to be moving house. I haven't found anywhere yet, so if somebody knows of anywhere, do let me know. But we're still obviously hoping to move as soon as possible. So I've got to be just a bit careful with events and things, because obviously I don't want to spread myself too thin and then all of a sudden find that I'm moving and just be in a complete panic. So yeah, do bear with where that's concerned. The big one then, this Friday, Longwell Green, Bristol. I am coming to get you guys. It is the official beginning of my in-person, because I've done a couple of Zooms, but my in-person Spirit Magic tour. It's kicking off in Bristol. Very excited. It's completely sold out. I've had about 8 people asking me, is there last minute tickets? Is there any way that they can be squeezed in? I'm really sorry, guys. You cannot. It is booked out. But what I would advise you is book tickets for Taunton, because it's just a short kind of drive down the motorway. And that one needs your love, that one needs your support. So if you can't get to this Bristol date, this is the only date that I'm doing in Bristol this year. Come and see me somewhere else. We have, like I say, Taunton. We also have Banwell down the road from Bristol. So 2 alternative venues that I would highly recommend that you perhaps come along to. Full list of dates is on my website under the tour date section. Come along, get involved. It'll be great to see some of you. But for those of you that are booked in for Friday night, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys there. I will have the lovely Dawn Energy Witch with me, and she will have her witchy stall. My husband will be on the door doing the tickets. He'll also be having the merchandise table, so there will be some goodies to purchase if you would like. So it's going to be a great night. Come along, get involved, and yeah, see some of you beautiful people there. So look after yourself, and I will catch up as and when. Bye for now.